everyone, I'm your host Heather Dawson and welcome to RC Spotlight, where we show you all the ways to work, live, and play in our beautiful city of Rancho Cucamonga. The Rancho Cucamonga mill began production in 1956, way before Rancho Cucamonga was even an incorporated city.
Gerdau is the leading company in the production of long steel in the Americas and a major supplier of specialty steel in the world. The Rancho Cucamonga mill began production in 1956 and was acquired by Gerdau in 2010. It employs more than 265 employees, represented in large part by the United Steelworkers of America.
Gerdau has a total of 6 locations in California, but it all starts right here in Rancho Cucamonga. We produce the rebar that is used in our downstream facilities located in Santa Fe Springs, Fairfield, Napa, San Bernardino, and San Diego.
The company is one of America's biggest recyclers, contributing to environmental preservation. Employees at the Rancho Cucamonga mill participate in an annual holiday food drive, donating thousands of pounds of food to the Inland Empire United Way, the Foothill Family Shelter, and Meals on Wheels. As part of the Adopt a Highway program, Gerdau adopted a ramp at the I-15 freeway in April of 2013. Annually, the Rancho Cucamonga mill partners with the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department to melt between 4,000 and 8,000 confiscated weapons.
Since its inception, nearly 20 years ago, we've destroyed nearly 200,000 confiscated weapons. Gerdau donates the use of our furnace for the project, which is used to melt the confiscated weapons, and we produce rebar that goes into construction projects that rebuilds our communities. Our partnership with the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department allows us the opportunity to make a positive impact in our community. Gerdau is melting materials that could otherwise harm our community, and we transform them into steel that literally builds our community.
The confiscated weapons will be melted into steel rebar and ultimately transformed into elements of construction for upgrades in freeways and bridges in Arizona, California, and Nevada.
The exciting part to us is the steel manufactured here at the Rancho Cucamonga mill goes into some very high-profile projects in the state of California. Projects such as the San Diego Library, projects such as the Wilshire Grand in downtown Los Angeles, and the Apple II facility in Cupertino, California.
This year, 12 law enforcement agencies have contributed confiscated weapons to the gun melting program.
The mill has partnered with the Sheriff's Department for more than 20 years to help reduce the amount of weapons in the greater Los Angeles area. But it's important to note, it's not just with the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. We partner with all law enforcement agencies in Southern California to melt their confiscated weapons as well. We offer up our furnace on Wednesdays of every week to all local law enforcement agencies in Southern California to destroy weapons.
The continuous partnership with Gerdau Steel Mill has allowed law enforcement to destroy thousands of weapons that will never be used again to commit crimes on community streets. For more information about Gerdau and the gun melting program, visit www.gerdau.com/longsteel. Reporting for RC Spotlight, I'm Marco Gutierrez.
Want to find out how noodles are made? We're going to take you inside the world's leading noodle manufacturer right here in Rancho Cucamonga. Each month, 1 million boxes of NonShim America's products are prepared and shipped to locations across the country. And that same number of boxes has also added up to 10 million individual packages per month of the foods NonShim's consumers serve in their homes and on the go.
We looked through a lot of different cities throughout Southern California. In Rancho Cucamonga, I mean, right here where we're at, we just have a great hub of distribution of everywhere we want to go within North America.
Whether it's NonShim steamed rice, ready-to-go snacks, or its most popular instant noodle brand, Shin Ramyun, the company is branching out to more than just its original consumer base.
Our major consumer is the Asian population, but we're trying to branch into the Hispanic population and the mainstream population as well. We have a wide range of products. We have spicy, non-spicy, we have cold noodles. We're trying to satisfy all the tastes.
Greater exposure creates greater demand. To keep up, NonShim had to increase its original plant size from about 270,000 square feet to its current size of nearly 350,000 square feet.
We just expanded another 78,000 square feet. We just finished that in January. And we have a new production line in there already, and we have a target probably 2014 where we're going to add another production line as well.
NonShim has hosted guided tours of its American headquarters since the plant opened in 2006. In a colorful and interactive room outside the production area, guests are greeted by mounted video screens and samples of the brand's products to introduce them to the company. The next lesson teaches visitors that NonShim is serious about quality control and safety, not only for employees but guests as well. From shoe covers and smocks to matching headwear, everything must be covered to shield the products and machinery from any form of debris and contamination. And even if just for a moment, this process also helps visitors feel like they're part of the NonShim team. In 2012, nearly 1,000 visitors arrived at NonShim's Rancho Cucamonga facility, ready to see how the brand makes the noodles that have been enjoyed for nearly 50 years. Along our tour, employees came out and allowed us to handle the freshly cut dough that's at the heart of the company's operation.
This is when it first comes out. You can see how thick it is. And then it goes through the set of rollers. This is raw dough at this point. It's with the flour.
From there, the noodles are deep fried, ensuring the longest preservation and shelf life possible, then molded and sent down the conveyor belts for quality checking and packaging. With 320 employees, these local residents are grateful to this global company for entrusting its brand and products to them.
Well, in general, it's like more work for the surrounding areas, for the people. Now also they bring a little bit of a culture here also, which it just gains them, or gives everybody a little more knowledge and more exposure to the Korean way of life and their foods.
From NonShim America, this is Tiffany Carter for RC Spotlight.
Did you know there's a manufacturer of wood professional bats here in Rancho Cucamonga? I'm talking about Game One Sports. And on Manufacturing Day, they've opened up their doors to demonstrate how they make a professional wood bat from billet to finished product.
We got involved with Manufacturing Day through CMTC, which is a national organization, and they support local business and they support local manufacturing in the United States. Our specialty is to manufacture professional wood bats. And so when my partner and I started the business, the idea behind it was to give players and young athletes the opportunity to swing real professional major league wood.
Game One Sports specializes in 3 species of wood: maple, ash, and birch, offering 3 different lines of product: the G Pro, which is their MLB quality product, the G Series, and G Core.
What we're working on is to get the best quality product to the players. The other part that we specialize in that seems to be the most fun for the players is the customization. We do 95% of what we do is customization, meaning that a team or an athlete will come in, we'll put the player's name, we'll put the organization that they're involved with, and then they get to pick from all the different flavors of colors. Combination-wise, we have over 30 different color combinations that the player can design.
Every part of the bat making process is done here in Rancho Cucamonga and takes about 3 days from start to finish.
We really meticulously take each bat individually and we care for it until it's done perfectly. We have checkpoints from the time that it starts the cutting to the time that it's bagged and ready to walk out the door.
Game One Sports is truly a full facility, where it's not only about making a quality product, but getting the community in so they can try a bat out on any one of their 3 batting cages.
We've got a facility you can come in and not only try the bats, but you can hold a practice here as well. You can visit our facility Monday through Fridays from 4 o'clock to 9 o'clock at night, and you can come in and get any style bat that you want to try. We know that if we get a G1 bat in a player's hand, they're going to love it. We can give the player a great price for the best piece of wood that they'll ever swing.
If you're looking for a quality wood bat, Game One Sports has you covered. Reporting for RC Spotlight, I'm Marco Gutierrez.
If you didn't make it to the state of the city, that's okay, we've got you covered. In fact, we're going to show you the videos that the mayor introduced at the state of the city, including this one about how the city of Rancho Cucamonga embraces its relationships with the residents.
Rancho Cucamonga took motivated steps forward this past year, shining bright with public and community engagement. One of the most dramatic steps was the launch of the new Mobile City Hall vehicle. You heard right, a Mobile City Hall on wheels that can go anywhere in the city. RC2Go Mobile City Services is a 30-foot specially equipped trailer designed to bring City Hall to the residents of Rancho Cucamonga. Rancho Cucamonga literally shined brighter in one of our landscaping and lighting assessment districts. In the Victoria neighborhood of Landscape Maintenance District 2, voters approved an assessment increase in June of 2013, and as a result, they have seen improvements. Park maintenance services have been restored, while some great projects are taking shape, like the retrofitting of our Paseo lighting with money-saving LED fixtures, and the repair and replacement of sidewalks and paseos. In Landscape Maintenance District 4 in the Terra Vista area, we've developed one of our wonderful drought-resistant landscaping projects. Workers have removed the grass on baseline between Haven and Milliken and replaced it with cobblestones and drought-resistant plants.
Public safety has always been a top priority for us here in Rancho Cucamonga. Let's find out why.
The Rancho Cucamonga Fire Protection District unveiled a major safety and preparedness campaign this year called Ready RC. Ready RC is designed to create a community-wide emergency preparedness plan while working on ways to reduce and avoid risks and dangers throughout the city. One component of Ready RC is the new Business Emergency Response Team, or BERT. BERT was launched to build disaster preparedness and resiliency within our business community. Much like CERT, or our Community Emergency Response Team, BERT begins with a series of 6 courses that include vital topics to businesses like creating an emergency operations plan and building employee emergency kits, as well as taking part in disaster response exercises. Information on the new BERT program and Ready RC can be found on the Fire District's website. When it comes to emergencies, one of the scariest moments of the year was the morning of April 30th, when the Etowanda fire began in a remote canyon and burned down to the border of our city. The fire was sparked by an illegal campfire and fanned by 80-mile-per-hour Santa Ana winds. The flames burned more than 2,100 acres, but damage was kept to just one structure, thanks to a collaborative response from the Rancho Cucamonga Fire Protection District, the U.S. Forest Service, CAL FIRE, and the Sheriff's Department. City staff manning the Emergency Operations Center coordinated road closures, evacuation shelters, emergency volunteers, public information, and community donations. They also assisted with the subsequent wind damage cleanup. Cucamonga Canyon has always been a favorite destination for hikers, but in August of 2013, the U.S. Forest Service closed the area due to high fire danger. This past April, the order was revised, and while Cucamonga Canyon remains closed, the hiking trail from Big Tree Road to the stream crossing was reopened. Our local fire district continues to work closely with partner agencies, including the Forest Service, the Sheriff's Department, and the Cucamonga Valley Water District, to address canyon-related issues. Thanks to those partnerships, the number of rescues required in the Cucamonga Canyon this past year are down 100% compared to the previous year. Enforcement efforts in the canyon have also been successful, with the fire district issuing 7 citations and local law enforcement making 7 arrests, writing 245 citations, and towing 8 vehicles. Another valuable partnership in addressing the property use of the canyon has recently developed with the all-volunteer organization known as the Cucamonga Foothills Preservation Alliance. This group is working hard to restore the canyon's natural beauty and has provided assistance to law enforcement. In addition, the fire district has been able to provide logistical support for the group. The concept of public safety extends to our furry friends as well. Our animal center has the task of caring for animals who've been lost or abandoned until they can find them a new home. This year, the Animal Center has an abundance of small dogs, many of them Chihuahuas, who, through no fault of their own, end up with us in search of a new family to love them. In many areas of the country, there aren't enough small dogs available for adoption. So, in July, a staff member at the Animal Center organized a cross-country road trip with 16 small dogs in hopes of finding them a forever home through the Humane Society in Augusta, Maine. Now, as you might imagine, the trip was quite an adventure, with many rest stops and potty breaks along the way. But upon arrival in Maine, they were literally welcomed with open arms by the local staff. After a short mandatory quarantine period, all of the dogs were adopted, making for a very happy ending for all involved. There's no doubt that public safety has progressed tremendously over the last year, with great strides in many areas. But we still have plenty of work ahead. But our goals can be accomplished through our public safety staff's continued partnerships with local groups and organizations, along with members of our community.
Another area the city shines brightly is with technology. Let's see how technology is playing a role in making all of our lives better here in Rancho Cucamonga.
Rancho Cucamonga shines bright through the innovative use of Geographic Information System Technology, or GIS. This includes dashboard applications that provide a real-time operational picture, a glimpse of police, fire, and emergency management systems data, a collector app to assist workers in the field via smartphones and tablets to record and track reported issues, sidewalk repairs, and safety hazards in real time. GIS uses mapping and other cutting-edge technologies to help develop solutions that connect the city with the community, engaging residents and improving business processes at City Hall, thus bringing efficient and responsive services to our customers and local citizens. In July, the city was awarded the prestigious President's Award in GIS by ESRI, the global leader in the field of GIS. This award, one which the city is very proud to receive, recognizes the city for its vision, leadership, and innovative use of the GIS technology in our city. The city is always looking for innovative technology uses to improve efficiencies and streamline processes for an improved customer experience. The launch of Accelerate, our online land planning program, was profiled in From the State House to the County Clerk, 15 challenges and success stories at the state and local levels, published by GovLoop, a government knowledge network of over 150,000 government professionals. The web-based Accelerate program created a new and improved permit process system, enhances overall customer service, and has created increased efficiencies to speed up the staff's processing of what is traditionally a heavily manual and paper-based process.
For example, if you're a homeowner and let's say you want to change out your water heater, you need to come to City Hall and typically come in and get a permit, and it takes a little bit of time, maybe an hour or so. But the idea here is that if you don't want to come in and fill out the paperwork and sit and wait in line for someone to come and assist you, you can actually go directly to Accelerate and request that water heater replacement permit right online. So you can actually start it, you can pay for it online, and then once you've had it installed, you can actually go in and request for a building inspector to come out and do an inspection on it to make sure that it's been installed safely.
And those same features are available for builders who may be developing a number of projects at the same time.
Let's say you're a contractor and you're working on maybe 4 or 5 different projects here within the city. You can apply for any of those same types of projects right from Accelerate. And then because you are the person of record for those applications, for those building permits per se, then you have access to view all of them at any given time.
And for those who may not have access to a computer or tablet, there is an Accelerate kiosk at City Hall where anyone can come in and get the ball rolling. Now, the Accelerate program is designed for those who are working on projects within the city. but a separate program called Excella is being used by city staff. It gives them similar flexibility to speed up things that in the past would have taken hours or even days.
So now we have inspectors in the field who are using tablets and iPads who can actually access this system directly from there to actually input their inspection results. So rather than an inspector having to go out into the field, possibly handwrite corrections or handwrite that this inspection was complete and it's okay, then come back into the office and then manually type in on the computer the results, they can do it all directly from an iPad.
So the bottom line for both the Accelerate and Excella programs is to speed up the building and permitting process, making it more convenient for everyone.
Investing in ourselves is one way to keep our community thriving. Let's find out what improvements the city has in store for our community.
One of the areas of the city that will soon be shining brighter is the Interstate 15 Baseline Road Interchange. A partnership between the City of Rancho Cucamonga, Caltrans, the City of Fontana, and the San Bernardino Associated Governments will bring the much-needed improvements to the I-15 Baseline Road Interchange. The new and improved interchange will help alleviate congestion, improve safety, and improve mobility throughout the transportation corridor. Here's what's planned. The project will expand and reconfigure the I-15 at the Baseline Road interchange and at the intersection of Baseline Road and East Avenue in order to improve safety and relieve traffic congestion. The project will widen Baseline Road and East Avenue, reconfigure the I-15 north and southbound on and off ramps, and provide water-efficient landscaping in the interchange area. It's estimated the project will create 343 jobs for our local economy, and it's expected to be completed by late summer of 2016. Another community-anticipated project is the Wilson Avenue Extension, a new 2-lane, 3/4 of a mile long extension of Wilson Avenue between East Avenue and Wardman Bullock Road. The project is currently under construction and includes a bicycle lane on each side of the road, street lighting, and curb, bench, and sidewalk along the south side of the alignment. There will also be a roundabout at the intersection of Wilson and East to help improve traffic flow. Unique environmental mitigation measures were required for the road extension because it lies within an area designated as critical habitat for the San Bernardino County kangaroo rat. Because of the disruption to that habitat area, the U.S. Department of Fish and Wildlife Service required the construction of road undercrossings so that small mammals, like the kangaroo rat, can traverse safely under the road. The undercrossings will be monitored for a 3 to 5 year time frame. In addition, a segment of the project passes through an area that's been identified for conservation in the federal San Sylvain Creek Water Project. The project will also be installing 2 wildlife undercrossings south of the Etiwanda Basin to help reduce the impact of the project to the area's wildlife. It's anticipated that this project will be completed in April of 2015. In addition, Rancho Cucamonga is shining bright by being the first Inland Empire regional hub location for the new Tesla charging stations at Victoria Gardens.
Tesla Motors is one of those exciting new companies that they're an electric vehicle premier company, and we know that they were building superchargers throughout the nation. And so consistent with our own efforts to be an electric vehicle friendly community, we had reached out to Tesla and let them know that Rancho Cucamonga would be an ideal location for them to locate one of their superchargers.
Ideally located in Victoria Gardens, it's the perfect place to charge your Tesla vehicle.
There's a lot of amenities and shopping and restaurants for Tesla owners to come, charge up their vehicles, and enjoy everything that Victoria Gardens has to offer.
If you're looking for a unique and local wine experience, then look no further than the Wine Tailor here at the corner of Foothill and Vineyard.
The Wine Tailor can be found, appropriately enough, inside the adobe walls of what once was the Thomas Winery, one of California's oldest wineries established in 1839. The Wine Tailor is celebrating 10 years of doing business in Rancho Cucamonga with a consistent concept since it opened.
The customization of the wine for guests, offering a broad selection of different varietals that you can get your hands on, as well as a casual atmosphere and environment to come in and sit down and relax and enjoy a glass of wine. And to this day, a decade later, we're still doing the exact same thing.
And the idea behind the Wine Tailor actually has an international flavor. Buyers purchase top-notch raw materials from vineyards in places like Australia, South Africa, and California's Central Coast, and then bring them to the Wine Tailor, where they're made into unique and custom wines like you'll find nowhere else.
We are a full-functioning winery. We actually purchase all of our raw product and bring it here and ferment and mostly everything in these tanks that you see. But we also sell customized wine batches. So if you have a particular flavor of wine you enjoy, we can actually make it for you in 6-gallon increments. And that's what we refer to as a batch of wine, which you would then custom label, bottle it yourself, actually use this room to have a bottling party. And then you walk out with 28 bottles of wine, usually great for gifts.
Those custom wine batches take about 5 to 7 weeks to make, and the bottling parties are especially popular for people giving holiday gifts or couples planning to get married. But no matter what you're looking for, the Wine Tailor offers a huge variety of wines.
Well, we make about 44 different varietals, everything from a Petit Verdot on up to Cabernets. We have a nice Cabernet blend, which is our most popular, the Big Daddy Red. You can choose anything from Chardonnay to Pinot Gris, you name it, we make it. And that's one of the nice things about this particular business is we're not handcuffed to just a few varietals that most wineries grow on their premises. We actually buy whatever we want to make.
And that variety is what keeps customers coming back to the Wine Tailor, and the Wine Tailor makes it easy to sample their wide range of wines through their monthly memberships that include 1 or 2 bottles of wine, discounts, and free tastings. And while the Wine Tailor is a relatively new business, owner Brian Farr is glad to connect with Rancho Cucamonga's winemaking history.
The city has a natural, cultural kind of piece of grape, and everything from decorations you see around town, names of streets. So it became kind of a fitting business to kind of just tie in with that culture that's already embedded in the community.
The Wine Tailor is located in the Thomas Winery Plaza at the corner of Foothill and Vineyard. Stop by, say hi, and try the wine. Or check out their calendar of upcoming events at their website, thewinetailor.com. From The Wine Tailor, I'm David Wiley for RC Spotlight.
And that'll do it for this episode of RC Spotlight. Don't worry, if you missed any part of our show, it will re-air again here on Channel 3, or you can go to the city's website or check out the new RC Spotlight blog. I'm your host, Heather Dawson. We'll see you next time.
It's fun to sing,
zippity zip zip zin zin zin,
dance, and play music every day.
Yeah, go for it!
Doing something artistic inspires creativity and helps you succeed in school and life.
Hooray!
Play music, paint, and dance together as a family.
Come on, team!
Blast off with the arts.
Blast off!
For 10 ways to add the arts into your life, visit AmericansForTheArts.org.